Hi guys, thank you for tuning in. This is my very first video, so I do apologise in advance if I make any mistakes. Yeah, just wanted to make a little video today on whether it's right to clip the wings on budgies. By clipping the wings, what you're literally doing is cutting the wings down to a certain extent where they are unable to fly at higher altitudes. I personally don't think you should do that, because what you're literally doing is taking away the ability for the bird to fly. I mean, I don't think that should be done on any bird. What you can in fact do, there are ways around it. You can obviously tame the birds to make sure they eat off your hands. Let's sit on your shoulders and what anything you want them to do, basically. They'll sit on your hands, they'll sit on your shoulders, fly around the room. You can literally teach it to fly to you by making a certain gesture, or just by saying fly to me or something like that. The possibilities are endless, basically. So I mean, what we done on our budgies is we actually tamed them instead of having the wings clipped. You just got to be a little bit patient, but the way we did ours was that we put the budgie cage into a room where all the windows and the doors are closed. We made sure all the vents and or any gaps, any escape routes for the budgies are blocked off in the room. And I mean, once you're absolutely sure there's absolutely no escape routes, then just open the budgie cage and let the budgies have a fly around. Let them have a little fly around in the room. Firstly, they'll be very happy, because that's what a bird would want, is a few minutes out of the cage per day. And the second thing is you will be keeping their wings in tip-top condition, because I think I'm not sure what the time is, but they do need several minutes of flight time a day to keep their wings in tip-top condition. And number 3, you'll have the very opportunity to put the food on your hands. Let the budgie have a munch off your hands, give her favourite treats, and that's probably one of the best taming methods you can ever use. Well, it's certainly the one we used very successfully without any problems. So what I'm just going to do now is I'm going to go open the door to the cage, and there's 3 budgies in here. There's one inside the nest box. The box is just over there. Now, she's just hatched 3 new chicks, so I'll show you those in a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to open the doors and let the budgies out. I have got some seeds and some millet sprays here, and I will soon be holding these in my hands and let both of the budgies on my hand and show you how they will eat. How they will eat off your hand. Sorry, by the way, the 2 budgies will be coming out. I'm not quite sure about the 3rd one, because she's still sitting on a few eggs, so I don't want to disturb her. I don't want to bring her out forcefully or anything, so I'm going to leave her there and let the 2 of these carry on. And here we go. Here's the door. There we go. That's the door open now. I've got some millet seeds in my hand yet. There you go. As you can see, she will jump on my hand and start eating without any problems. And usually within a minute or so, that second one normally follows. And we'll see what she's going to do in the next minute or so. There we go. That's the two of them. And you might just see the blue one in that nest box inside, which is still inside the cage. She might just poke her head out of the hole to see what's going on. She does want to step out the cage, fly onto my hand, and join these lot. But I suppose it's also important for her to sit on her eggs, so she might just have a little a nose in and then go back to where she was. And then what I'm going to do, because my my other hand is busy holding the camera, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop these millet seeds and show you what these budgies will do next. They'll probably just have a little fly around. They'll probably just go and sit on those certificate frames over there, or they'll probably sit on top of this cage. I've got a little budgie gym over here. And that's it. I mean, in the worst scenario, if you're worried about the budgie going back in the cage or how you're going to capture it, be patient, give her a couple hours, just make sure there's food inside the cage, not on the outside. And what will happen within a couple hours time is when the budgie feels hungry, she will definitely make her way back into the cage to have food or water. And that's the point where you can obviously go ahead and close the cage doors, and then once she's done that the first time, it'll be a little bit easier for you and the budgie to do the same thing the second time. And gradually, while she's having a time outside the cage, you can put some food, just like I'm doing here now, onto your hands, maybe your favourite treat, and let her eat that way. Yeah, so I'm just going to drop these millet seeds out now and show you what the budgies will do. They'll just have a little fly around, that's all they do. They might just fly back into the cage. We'll see what happens next. There you go. There you go. The ones... Oh, found more food to eat. I think I left that on display, didn't I? Right, just for example purposes, I wouldn't do this otherwise. I'm just going to take this food away as well, and just to show you what these birds would do next. So it's not very nice for me to do that, but I'm just going to do that for example's sake. Yeah, there we go. And that one's just flied on top of the cage, and see what she does next. There we go, there's a blue one poking her head out. Right, she's gone back in. Just come back out now. They're probably looking for food. It's normally on the table. Eventually you'll find they will, they are very clever animals, and you'll start to see what they're doing very soon, and what the actions mean. There we go. They're on the certificates now, on the certificate frames. We'll probably come back here in a minute or so just to search for some food. There we go. It's come local to her cage, and that one's still up there. There we go. They're both near the cage now. Well, on the cage, sorry. And yeah, and hope they found some food over there. If not, if there wasn't any food over here, they probably would have carried on wandering around in front of the cage doors. So what I'm going to do though is, I hope you enjoyed that part of it, but as I promised you before, I'm just going to show you the little budgie babies. There we go. You can probably just about see an egg under the little budgies as well. There we go. There you go. So for about just over a week old, the first one, and I think the second one was born, all three were born a couple of days between each one. with the oldest one being a week old. So yeah, I mean, here you go. The first that yellow budgie now is going back in and out of the cage. I can literally anytime sort of shut the door. The purple one, after about 10-12 minutes, she will do the same. And that's it, you've got them back into the cage. So I mean, I would say, take my word, you won't be disappointed. The bottom line, let your budgies out of the cage, let them have a little fly around. Here's a blue one, by the way. She won't go very far because she's been sitting on her eggs for about nearly about 3 weeks now, and she's not been flying around the room at all. So she tries to fly, and then she kind of loses herself, and she just kind of loses herself sometimes and hits the wall and drops on the floor instead of landing on something. So I hope she's going to be alright on this particular flight. But just let your budgies out of the cage, let them have a little fly around. You won't be disappointed. Just make sure some food inside the cage, and if you take my word for it, you won't be disappointed. They will soon come back into the cage to have food. Other than that, I hope you enjoy your budgies, and hope you enjoyed my video. It is my first video, so I would appreciate the support if you would, if you could subscribe and like the video, and appreciate you watching. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.